You just jumped out of the ship, and the radar wasn't lying. Around you, absolute silence, then movement. Colossal translucent shapes rising out of the dark like liquid glass. Stellar whales, bigger than solar systems. They open jaws the size of countries and start swallowing starlight straight out of the void, their bodies lighting up from the inside like living auroras. Picture a swimmer gliding across a pool. Now stretch that pool until it's the size of a galaxy. And the biggest one just turned. Straight at you. 98% of your entire sky just went black. That's the math when a leviathan the size of a moon system slides directly between you and a star. Its mass swallows every photon, wrapping you in a shadow you could get lost in forever, while its underside still glows with the starlight it just filtered, like a stadium lit from below during a blackout. One careless brush of its fin, and gravitational friction alone would tear your suit apart at the seams. Then the fin freezes mid-swing. You'd think the biggest thing in the universe wouldn't notice a speck like you floating in its ocean. Wrong. The whale halts completely, rotating its colossal body until a single eye, bigger than an entire city grid, locks directly onto you. No fear hits first, just the sensation of something old enough to remember the universe's first light, quietly reading your mind like scanning data off a barcode. This isn't animal instinct. This is calculation. And then it blinks, and your visor starts flickering out. Ever felt a sound before you actually heard it? That's what hits you now. The creature pulses from somewhere deep inside its core, and even though space carries zero sound, your suit starts shaking anyway. Stardust around you snaps into perfect geometric patterns, sinking to a heartbeat the size of a planet. Every other whale in the pod lights up in response, like phones flashing across a packed stadium during the encore. This isn't noise. It's a countdown. The whole pod locks onto one heading, aimed straight at the edge of hyperspace. What do you do with pure starlight once you're finished filtering it? You're about to find out. The pod accelerates to leave, and as their jaws snap shut for the jump, they release everything they swallowed. A trailing wake of dense, golden residue pouring off them like water off a swimmer's back after the fastest lap of their life. You reach out. That raw stardust punches straight through your thick gloves. No heat, just light, flooding your entire visor with gold. Then the whole ocean goes white. One flash, and the giants are gone. But look what they left behind. Space-time itself still ripples where they vanished, and the void from the very start of this dive isn't dark anymore. That golden residue they dumped has ignited an entire nebula, blooming in colors no telescope back home has ever caught live. These weren't just drifting giants. They were the ones reigniting stars that had already burned out, seeding a nursery where nothing existed before. You drift there a second longer before pushing off toward the ship's lights, glowing faint in the distance. So if stellar whales are out there relighting collapsed stars, what else in this universe is quietly rebuilding itself while nobody's watching? Hit subscribe if you want to find out first.